Amid the surge in trade following the Ukraine invasion, Russia and China are strengthening their economic ties. The Russian Prime Minister, Mikhail Mishustin, held talks with Xi Jinping and signed several bilateral agreements during his visit to Beijing. The agreements focus on enhancing investment, exports, and sports cooperation between Russia and China. Mishustin's visit to Beijing marks the highest-ranking Russian official's visit to China since the war in Ukraine began. In March, China's leader, Xi Jinping, visited Moscow to show support for Vladimir Putin. While claiming to be a neutral mediator in the Ukraine war, China and Russia have grown closer since the invasion. Mishustin's visit and meetings with Xi and Chinese Premier Li Qiang occurred after the G7 called for transparency in nuclear arsenals held by Russia and China. Russia's deputy foreign minister criticized the G7 statement, suggesting it aimed to pressure Russia and China psychologically and militarily. The statements by the G7 highlighted the growing geopolitical divide between China, Russia, and the U.S. and its allies. Mishustin assured Xi that Russia and China would resist attempts by other countries to impose their will through sanctions. Trade between Russia and China has experienced a significant increase since the start of the Ukraine invasion. Mishustin stated that bilateral trade could reach $200 billion this year, surpassing the $190 billion recorded in 2022. Russian energy shipments to China are expected to rise by 40% in 2023. In the first 3 months of this year, trade between Russia and China reached $53.8 billion, almost 40% higher than the same period in 2022. China recently added Vladivostok to its list of transit ports, granting access for the first time in 163 years. The deepening friendship between China and Russia has become critical for Russia's economic and political support. China's foreign ministry criticized NATO's plans to open a liaison office in Japan, considering Putin an ally against the U.S.-led global order. Li Hui, China's special representative for Eurasian affairs, is scheduled to visit Russia after promoting Beijing's mediation efforts in Ukraine.